And hello, we are back up in this thing again with part two of the whole, what's the thing? The Monster Hunter Wilds Intermediate Longsword thing. Um, am kind of sort of trying to do more stuff with my new name. I've been through the story and I got to end game with one of my accounts, and now I want to do another one because I wanted to do a man this time. Like I did a girl in my first one, now I'm gonna do a man. Shit. Anyway, let's go on ahead and let's get on and popping. Let's get down to busyness. And while doing so, I wanted to see if I can hunt and talk at the same time, which I'm normally bad at doing. I want to give some let's see, like some guiding thought processes that can help make your foray into Intermediateville and even beyond that a little bit easier. And so before I go out and completely and utterly lose my focus, I'm going to don't sharpen now. Don't dang. I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm just gonna list everything out. So the concise lists for the thought processes that I would recommend, so to speak, is number one, learn your weapon. That's one of the key things. When you're taking it from the basics and then trying to take it further, learn your weapon. Um, the offensive, defensive options, the whole 9 yards. Number two, know the monster that you're fighting. You gotta know what their biggest threats are, and you gotta know their biggest openings, and so on and so forth. The more you know the monster, the better your attack and the better your defense. Learning the matchup is very, very helpful. Let me go ahead and hit this. Number three, consider the commitment of every decision. And when I say commitment, I mean time. How much time does each move that you do take? How much recovery time does it have? How much startup time does it have? The whole 9 yards. Um, Four, generally, you want to note the risk versus the reward for every decision that you make. Risk versus reward for everything. It's one of the key ways that you can judge whether or not a decision is worth when it comes to building or like your armor builds, when it comes to your weapons, when it comes to the decisions that you make out in the field. Number five, practice makes perfect. And for the really, try hard of us, perfect practice makes perfect. It doesn't have to be super perfect, but just kind of perfect. Things take time to get right. The sixth thing is be open minded because you never know what might catch your eye. Just like Gemma says, anything catch your eye? Um, Seven, be patient with yourself. This one is very, 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 very important. Be very, very patient with yourself. Because when it comes to the whole, I'm trying to level up and trying to get good thing, it can really, 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 really just make life miserable when just make life miserable when you are trying to figure out whether or not you're getting any better or anything. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, just fine. Um, so be very patient with yourself. I'll elaborate a little bit more later. Eight, you have to master the art of holding yourself accountable compassionately. Nine, you need to actually and freely, emphasis on freely, love what you're doing. And number 10, make 1 through 9 a lifestyle. All right, now let's go on ahead and get it on and pop it.
We took the liberty of building a base camp in this fine place you found for us.
Olivia the
That's our
OGG,
investigation of the cliffs from here.
Miss Crimson Chin herself. Okay. I'm wrong. I'm wrong, but for real, Olivia, she fire. She always been fire.
We have new info on the White Wraith. Get ready for this one.
Synthetic? You're kidding.
If it turns out to be true, that's a bombshell.
It's not like it's never.
Yeah, I'll skip through this.
Perhaps we should
Da-da-da.
we bumped into a very verbose one.
Huh. Think I...
All right. I'll take
That'd be great.
Werner and I will.
All right. Yep. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna skip through the story because a lot of folks have already like kind of played it. Oh shoot! Where's the thing? Where's the heat mantle book?
And someone called the Harkin. Am I keeping up?
Hang on.
Never heard of any of this before.
Okay, there we go.
That is spinning as much as mine.
Okay. We're just gonna crafting. Don't display the favorites. I can't craft anything. Do I not have any of the? Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, sorry about that inconvenience. All right.
We'll bear right once we're across the bridge.
So this is what it's like on the inside.
Seriously.
Look at those arches. We're seeing the remnants of a civilization at its prime.
Let them know.
It really is just a straight line, huh? Just a line of infinitesimal moments leading to the present.
The Prince of Persia would disagree. Most people think time is like a river that flows swiftly and surely in one direction.
How capricious are meetings and parties.
But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you,
Explain.
they are
I
wrong.
assume you have traveled here to seek my wisdom.
It's Rove! Red Rover, Red Rover.
How did you know?
We need to reach a village called Suja. Do you know of a way there?
Can I skip this one?
What paths may be are limited only by our
Never mind, I
minds.
can't.
I know of a path paved in air, grouted with risk and patrolled by a Goliath.
Wait, what? I can't skip this one? That's
Come to
weird.
think of it, Tashin did mention a giant monster.
Oh well.
It's not
Tashin the
gonna
goat!
take. Can we count on you, Rove?
You may.
I gotta say, Rove is one hell of a character, dude. I don't know why in the world people... I'm not gonna open up that can of worms here. We're gonna talk about the story another day. Right now, we're just gonna focus in on this video.
That way. Straight on to the end. The path is self-evident.
Yeah, that way.
But is it though?
No,
There's
we're really
way.
won't.
Our sacred can probably make it, but
The beast is away. Now is the time.
Alright, we're gonna saddle up and give him hell, y'all.
May your journey reward you.
You already know that it will. Okay, let's skip.
Let's go.
Alright. Alright, Victoria's Secret, let's get it on and pop in. Okay, so in this very super mega ultra exciting clip, remember, number one, learn your weapon. I might have to pull out the lance for this one. I'm scared to fight him with just the longsword. But yeah,
size of it is a threat.
learn your attack options, learn your defensive options, learn what tools you got at your disposal. Because when you fight mother flippers and mother flippettes, like the dude that is wall crawling despite the fact that he's not Spider-Man, the last thing that you want to worry about is how to get the most out of your weapon. You want to work that out in practice. You want to work that out with practice. Is the Jindayad. So, yeah.
Is everyone all right?
We got a longsword.
That thing scares the wits out of me.
Nah, don't worry. I'm with you,
Get a
Alma.
little further while it's around.
We about to kick that ass.
We'll get the camp set up in no time.
Yeah, let's do it, crew. All right, my bad. I'm fading it. I'm not fading in and out, but you get the idea. All right. So yeah, you got to know the offensive and defensive options of your weapon. You got a big fat sword. You got normal combos. You got the phase slash. You got the spiritu blade up. You got the new glorious addition to your kit, the Spirit Charge. Sweeya. Let's see what else. You got one of the best feeler tools in the game, feel out tools. Pokemon, got a Pokemon. Oh yeah, by the way, your Spirit Blades 1 and 2, they can move. Chop 1. Shit, hold on, let me. Why not? Chop 1, chop 2, chop that ass. Chop 1, chop 2, chop that ass. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you got access to the DPS. You got evasion. You got advanced evasion. You got, I don't know. You got real boy stance. You just got a lot of stuff. You just got a lot of stuff. You just do. So you got to learn your weapon, learn it inside and out. You don't have to be a professional. You ain't got to be from Team Darkside. You just got to know all of your stuff. Or as much stuff as you possibly can. And feel free to compartmentalize the weapon as much as you need to. Dang it, I missed it.
Go for the head and forelegs first. Let's do this.
Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Babe. I feel it, babe. Oh, baby. I hope I don't punch my teammate. Oh, baby. Oh, no. Ow, I just got floored. My bad. Hey, yo. Athos is one of them musketeers. Oh! Oh, his head. Yo. Ooh, let's get it. Let's get it, boy. Yeah. Hey. You are not the Gravios. Stop acting like it. Oh shit. Oh no. No. Lift powder. Oh, never mind. She already healed. I can't let Olivia go out like that. Oh god. Oh. Yes, he does. Hey, yo, Jendehad. Wee. I'm just gonna burn this now because, yeah. Ooh, shoot. Your boy. Your boy. Ooh. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna need that wound there. I'm gonna hate to attack it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, he hit us with that belly flop. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh. 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 Dang it. I got greedy. Ooh, baby. Ooh. I should have done a foresight slash. Oh, no. No, I didn't screw it up. I screwed up so bad. I screwed up so bad. Oh, no.
Alright. Don't go out there unless you got some kind of ice protection, okay?
I got literally 2 points. Is that enough? No, I got ice protection, but it's not enough. What do I want to do in my life? Do I want to... Wait a second. No. Let me see. Let me see. Do I have anything? Do I have anything? Do I have anything? No, not. Do I? Son of a. What was there? Steadfast. Wow. I ain't got jack diddly squat up in this piece. I don't have that quick sheath just yet. Ah, heck. Okay. Let me just, yeah, okay. Okay. So, at any rate, now that my credibility has been completely and utterly just like, fucked on. But you know what? I got my ass handed to me, but we good. We completely and utterly good. We're completely and utterly good, man. You want to know why? Because the great OG Eric's Gaming told me that you ain't got to stress about nothing. You hear me? You got to be positive in the whole 9 motherfucking mixed buckets and shit. Okay, let me just stab you. Ooh. Blast. We'll work with this. I screwed up some. Dang, I missed that. I missed it completely. All right. So yeah, I gave that little concise list, completely destroyed my credibility. Okay, check, check, and double check. Where is the rock shit? Okay, there it is. Okay, so yeah, gotta learn the weapon. I knew the weapon, I just apparently didn't know it enough. I might have to pull out the lance for this one, just because I do not like all of that coverage. You know what? Forgive me, my longsword brethren. I have no choice. Can I do a sneak? Can I do a sneak? I can't. Sneak time! Wee. Okay. Blast it. Come on, come on. Let me topple. Let me topple. Ooh. Ruffles have ridges. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Good. Good. Oh dear. Woohoo. Let him know, Snowball. Ooh, baby. You got what I need. You say he's just a friend. Okay. All right. So yeah. What was that? Know your weapon. Know your options and all that other good stuff. Through the fire and the ice we carry on. Yep, his undivided attention. Ooh, what you gonna do, boy? What you gonna do with that dessert? Shimon! Shimon, now, Shimon, now. Ooh, get your boy. Get your bell rung. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Guess you've danced with giant monsters before, huh?
Oh, you have no idea, Olivia. You wouldn't be able to tell it because of the fact that I'm an ass player, but, you know. Hey, bro, I gotta hand it to you, man. Oh, come on. Back there. That works. What you gonna do with that dessert? Oh, that wasn't necessarily the one thing. Okay.
Away forward. Let's go after it.
Heard and heard. Okay. And I still did not make it past number 1. We're gonna get a heat mantle. We're gonna go on ahead and sharpen. Okay, so yeah. That kind of sort of leads to number 2. You got to know the monster. In addition to knowing your weapon, you got to know the monster. Generally, knowing the monster and knowing the matchup is very, 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 very helpful to have. Ooh, that's kind of nice. I thought I can roll up to the scene guarding the monster. Okay. Classic example of knowing the monster. Watch this shit. Watch this. You see this? You can only do boss level shit like run around in a circle. And move your big ass. There we go. You can only do boss level shit like this if you know the matchup. Ruffle that riches, big boy. Oh. Ooh, I got a little bit too aggressive. Oh shit. Oh dear. Oh dearest. See, this right here is matchup knowledge. Check this shit. Shipping. Snowball. God damn, bro. Yo, hey yo. Olivia, Athos. Yeah, you see that shit? That was matchup knowledge, y'all. Ooh. You see that shit? That's knowledge of your way up on.
Our attacks aren't having any effect. Let's try aiming somewhere else.
Wait, what the hell? I was supposed to run. What the hell happened? Come here, Jindehad. Yes. We are. You ain't got nothing. King Kong ain't got nothing. Fudge. Wave after wave of Persian soldiers will come smacking against Spartan shields. Oh, you can, boy. Ooh, get, ooh. Bumbleclot. None of those attacks hit. What you gonna do with that dessert? What you gonna do? Ooh. Come on. Sure you can. Come on. Whoa. Get some Jindehad. What's good? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What are you going to do? What you gonna do? Ooh! Yo, y'all caught that shit. Y'all caught that. This is a YouTube video, but somebody clipped that. Through the fire and the ice we carry on. Wait, what? How did that? How? I had my shields up. Oh, you go. Oh, the Bonkinator. What you gonna do? Wee! Wee! Honestly, Olivia, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you at all. I've rather... It appears that I've rather made a little bit of miscalculations. Oh! Ooh, yeah.
Good. Now you can attack its back directly.
Back warrior! Direct attacker! Oh, I appear to have made some mistakes. Ooh. I love how that just missed. Come on. Damn, the sure you can did miss. Ooh! Ooh! Whoa! What the hell was that? Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Can I do it again? That was a slight miscalculation, but we will totally take that. Oh shit. Never mind. I actually did make a miscalculation. I made a pre-calculation. Snowball.
I'll be fine. I got it covered.
Ooh. Hey yo, Gender Hodge, you gotta admit that shit was fire as fuck. You had to admit. Okay. I'm sorry, the story's not quite. Yeah. We're just gonna do. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's definitely intriguing as all heck. For all intents and purposes, I did not talk at all, and that was both a good thing because I can yap a lot,
Must be Suja.
and a bad thing because I didn't yap as much as I felt I needed to. Never mind. I should have probably added an 11th one that says never give up.
This looks like it leads all the way up.
It's so strange here. You'd hardly know we passed through all that cold.
That is the truth.
The weather here is milder for some reason.
That's also the
If
truth.
you told me this place was protected by some secret aegis, I'd believe it.
Over there. That's where we came from.
Yes, indeed.
Can you even believe we made it across that?
Can't believe we made it out after all that happened. It's Poogie! The Poog Poogs.
Down here then?
Hey, yo, you tall as heck.
Resting up top. The Alharkin said
Yo.
you would.
How in the world is this a relic? This is a big fat lance. Okay, well, yeah. So let me see. Learn your weapon. That's half check and half not check. Let's see. 2, know your monster. I did fight the Jindahad before. 3, the commitment. That's the thing that I kind of left off on. Commitment. Know how much time each of your attacks take, the whole 9. Risk versus reward. 4, that one's very, very important. One of the things that's really just going to help like level you up and help you out is weighing out the risk versus reward and letting that guide your decision making a lot. That's very, very helpful. Oh my god, look at these cute little chickens. They're like chicken balls. And 5, practice takes a lot of time to get right. Oh wow, he jumped. That's nuts. Yeah, practice makes perfect. Just got to keep on doing what you got to do the whole 9 yards, etc. 6, be open-minded. This one's a constant.
Really high up.
Always be open-minded.
The Alharkin must be here somewhere.
Suja.
Excuse me.
And
My
we're
name
gonna
is-
skip this one too.
If that's the case, how did such a glorious city come to ruin?
I can actually look at this back in the gallery. I need to so I can understand the story a little bit deeper. I was a little bit slow the first go around. Everything was kind of weird and just coming at me so fast.
We should talk with the people.
I'm glad you all made it here safely.
Well,
Hey.
thank you for making space for us.
If you don't mind me asking, what's that building over there for?
What, that? Oh, 'tis nothing special. If it is of interest to you, we could find someone to tell you about it.
The melting pot, baby.
Please us. Oh,
Tell the All-Harkin we accept her invitation with the greatest pleasure.
Yep, Darth Vader over here, my dude. Yeah. So, you know, yeah, everybody kind of sort of knows that they got to practice. The thing about practicing, people like to always say, hey, yo, if you want to get good, you got to practice. Hey, yo, if you want to do this, that, and the third, you got to practice, etc., etc., etc. But the thing is, it helps, but it also don't help at the same time. Because practice what in particular? You got to figure out where in the world to go from where you're at. You can always practice the wrong thing. You can always constantly... It's tough to know what to practice and all that. You know you got to do it, but you got to figure out what. That's the hard part. So when people say that you got to get good and all that other good stuff, it's... When you take the toxic connotation out of that shit, it's a little bit of a gift and a curse. It's a gift because you know the path, but it's also a curse because that doesn't tell you the path. Little bit of a paradoxical thing. So you always got to figure out what specific things you need so that you can like work on those, maybe grind those out, and just kind of sort of figure out what you want to do. And it can be a weird journey with no real straight line. Sometimes it can have some curves and stuff, kind of like Gemma. Okay, let me stop. Anyway, that's me being a goofball. Okay, so yeah, there's that. And I got to go back to number 4, the risk versus reward. I can't emphasize that enough. Risk versus reward for the absolute win. It just helps out so dad blasted much. It just does. It really just does. And it just puts so much in perspective, just going like, okay, do I want to risk getting hit by that? Am I willing to get greedy and risk it for the biscuit when it comes to my attacks? Etc., etc., etc. The whole nine. Now, moving on to more of the mental stuff, starting with 6 and kind of working your way down. Make sure that you're open-minded because you never know where the journey is going to take you. For instance, the weapon that I currently have on my back is a lance. I did not think that I was going to be a regular lance player. Initially, not to disrespect anyone who plays lance because the lance is a cool weapon, it did kind of sort of seem a little bit underwhelming at first. I decided to take up the gun lance instead for wilds. And like, you know, I of course had a setup for longsword going as well. Wanted to keep that sharp, no pun intended. But like, the lance is starting to appeal to me a lot, and I'm very glad that I just kind of sort of went to it. And you need to keep an open mind because sometimes, and this is going to sound very weird and mystical and whatever, but sometimes you don't choose your weapon. Sometimes your weapon chooses you. That's what happened with me in the greatsword. And I don't know if that's what happened with me in the longsword. It might have. I don't know. I got to think about how I really got into it. But yeah, keep an open mind. You never know what's going to catch your eye. 7, always be patient with yourself. Getting good is a very tough process, and you should be proud of yourself for trying to do it. But what you need to do is you need to be patient because it's not hard to fall into the trap of being hard on yourself. And I know from personal experience that that will take you downhill. You don't want to use the hatred that you have for how shitty you think you are as the motivation to get good. You don't want to do that because it will Work is motivation up until the point where it burns you completely and utterly out. Just take my word for it, please.
I hope it suits you.
And let's see. So be patient with yourself, but at the same time, you also want to make sure that you're getting where you got to go. And so you do need to learn how to hold yourself accountable, but you also need to do it compassionately. Because just like I said before, what in the world is hating yourself because you think that you're that bad gonna do? Trust me, it ain't gonna work. So yeah. And let's see, what else? It's an art. You got to learn how to hold yourself accountable compassionately. There's going to be an art to that. By the way, that frog is cute. Froggo is freaking cute as heck. He's like a cute version of Chotacabra. Looking so meepy. And 9, you want to make sure that you actually and freely, emphasis on freely, love what you're doing. When you come to Monster Hunter, when you come to like any game that you enjoy, games that you like to get good at, things like games that you just like to play, you like the reward, you're having fun, you want to do everything in your power to make sure that your game, that your gaming space is your happy space at any and all times. This is where you can go so that you can relieve yourself from the pressures of life. This is where you can go so that you can just take the load off of your shoulders and give yourself some rest and some respite so that you can get back at it tomorrow and just kind of sort of do what you got to do. You need to allow yourself to enjoy this game. You need to give yourself permission to enjoy this. And you need to go like, you know what? I may not be the most perfect player in the world, but I like doing this. The reason why I'm getting good at this isn't because I'm shitty. The reason why I like getting good at this is because I love this. And I love it a lot. There's no other place that I would rather be than in the training area, than all across the map on Monster Hunter, playing with my close friends that I'm friends with online, playing even by myself. That's what this has to mean for you. You gotta love it. But you don't want to force yourself to love it. You want to actually love this shit. You actually want to love it. And if you find out that you may not love it as much as you hope, then it's okay to give yourself a break from it and give yourself a little bit of time so that you can just relax and reassess and just kind of sort of let yourself go after things that you want to enjoy. Always. I cannot emphasize that enough. I cannot.
Are you looking for something?
Yes, I am looking for something. Speaking of which, another little bit of a tangent that I kind of came across a while back. A website that talked about exercising. It said to exercise because you love yourself, not because you hate yourself. And when I looked at that, because back when I like exercise consistently, like I need to get back up to it now. I'm not now, I'm huskier. But back when I exercised, that really helped me keep going. I was still unnecessarily hard on myself. And I'm still trying to unlearn that. But I'm a hell of a lot better than where I was before. You got to learn how to do things out of self-love as opposed to self-hate. Otherwise, it's like, where's your reward at? What are you really enjoying? You got to give yourself the space to do that. So there's that. And also, the last thing, number 10, make literally everything else that was talked about a lifestyle. Heck, I mean, shit, like, I just completely and utterly bumbled with one of my main weapons. And I'm trying to like drag, like on a game that I played once through before. And so it's like, bruh, I'm really doing this. I'm about to post this and all that other good stuff. But it's like, you know, it's whatever. I don't really care that much. And the reason why freaking Eric's Gaming, the OG Eric's Gaming. One of the most impactful things that he ever said was, sometimes these things happen in hunts. You gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move on. And the fact that, number one, what he said was purely facts, and number two, the fact that it was he of all people who said that when he taught a large amount of the Monster Hunter community how to play their weapons, that meant a lot. It really, really, really meant a lot.
Oh,
So
there you are.
I've been having a look around. This is called the Oscultary to the people of Suja. It's a very...
Must be.
And for
yeah, yeah. So it's just kind of like that. Hey, my boy.
Aren't you cold, Nata?
I'm okay. The Allharkin said she didn't know what would become of it, but we can figure.
You've taught me time and time again, Hunter. Things in nature happen for a reason.
Hey.
Decided to leave Wyveria. There has to be a reason for it.
Right. And together we'll find it.
Real shit.
I won't let you down. I may still be learning, but I'll do my part.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Hey. All right. Let me keep going down here. But yeah, Olivier.
Olivia, Athos. Nice night, isn't it?
All the nicer when you've just taken on a monster of a monster.
For
We
real.
make a pretty good team. Something tells me it's not your first time wrangling with something that size. And I hear you're a bit of a nomad, going from one place to another. Any particular reason why?
Sorry to disappoint, but no.
I feel like that's a fourth wall break for real. Whole time.
Me? I suppose there's an idea in my head of what I should be. So I try to do what I think is right, hoping it will take me one step closer to it.
Shit, girl, calm your
That
ass
sounds
down.
like
You
a
already
wonderful
there.
line of discipline.
It can sometimes, but then I look at you and think, what's it all for? Maybe I'd be better off living free as a bird.
Girl, if you don't shut your talking down to yourself looking ass up, let me tell you something, Miss Crimson Chan. You one of the realest ones on this freaking planet. You pulled off a foresight slash with a freaking hammer. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit about I don't want to hear shit about that. You already right where the hell you need to be.
Hunter, but I'm starting to think we're in over our heads.
Yeah, we've always been.
Think we should pack it in?
Yeah, right. After coming this far? You know, Hunter, when breaking a big rock, I use a tiny wedge. When dealing with something difficult, I treat it like a big old rock. I get to hammering away at it. I just keep hammering away, and eventually, that little wedge does its thing. I believe in that wedge. Just like I believe in you.
Hope I don't let you down.
You? Never. Hunter, we may not be much. Just a couple of sputters in the ether. But we can move mountains.
All right, my bad. I kind of sort of doubled back on when I said I was gonna try to like skip through a good amount of this, but I ain't gonna front. I might be in the minority when I talk about this story, but like there are some absolute bangers of some lines in this, and you just heard some of them. But you know, all things considered, eh. But yeah, just try to make all that other good stuff a lifestyle and just kind of sort of go from there and, you know, just see what's up.
Welcome. This way. Please have a seat. We've been waiting for you.
Hey, we getting food. Oh yeah, let's go. Olivia, yay.
Enjoy.
Muscle mommies for the win. Let's get it.
There we are.
The Hammer Queen. Oh dang.
Let us eat.
Hey, yo, I didn't know they had Thanksgiving up here.
Thank you.
Hey, yo, Athos over here. He freaking Kratos, bro. We got that shit from PF Chang's, my dude. Yo,
Thank you for the meal.
y'all know, y'all already know that whole
Warms my
meat
heart.
in the lettuce wrap idea. You know good and dang well that's a PF Chang's type shit. All right. Let's do.
Yes. No, once the threat of war loomed at their gates,
My bad. I
they
need to hear this one.
created a guardian to be their savior, unaware that it would spell their own demise. Or perhaps they did know. That guardian fell dormant, but remains alive to this day.
There's a guardian out there that can eradicate whole civilizations?
Did you witness the capital's fall yourself?
That'll be
No,
heavy.
I merely hear the whisperings of history. Yet they are as clear as the sounds of yesterday.
Well, okay.
I want to see what Arkfeld becomes, but we have no idea where it's gone.
In that case, Nata, let me ask, huh?
I think
Sorry, I'm reading
they're
fast.
attacking monsters, working out their.
Of course! If we want to learn about Arkfeld, we need to learn more about Guardians first.
That works.
Where are Guardians born? Where are they found? Why Viria?
Sounds like we need to go into the ruins and continue our investigation there.
I guess that works.
Suja is such a mysterious place.
Is there some trick to it?
There's no trick at all. Our Wyverian ancestors left the capital, discovered a land of calm, and planted their lives here.
It's
Where
a
they
peaceful
took
spot to
root,
live.
we continue to grow. You're too humble. Even as an outsider, I can see the care and love you've poured into this village.
That's true.
It's beautiful here, truly.
That's real
A
shit.
Wyverian can endure many more seasons than a human.
Yep.
Perhaps that is the trick to how much we've grown.
Yeah, that's also
We
fair.
should be on our way.
Thank you once again.
It has been a great fortune to meet you.
I'll find Arkfeld, no matter what it takes.
Yep.
May the path you find be the one you seek.
All right, let's return to the base camp in Silt.
All right. I can already feel it coming on. Can we please save the conversation with regards to Arkveld and Nata for another day? I'm gonna address that. I'm gonna probably address that one in another video. But just,
That's right. There's still so much about that
I
we don't
defer from the
understand.
vast majority of the population when it comes to Nata.
Uncle, I know the keepers
We'll
spent
hash that out
thousands of
another
years
day.
here, but curiosity is important and powerful. I've learned that traveling with my friends.
The Allharkin said it too. Go forth and stand witness.
We'll find Arkveld. Together.
Yes, I know you will. There are places in the capital where the wyvern milk has crystallized, blocking the way. I'll go with you and clear it out, so you can access the capital's lower reaches.
Alright,
You're
Tashin.
ready.
Yeah, my hunter rank has been increased to 6. I'm the 6th god now. The 6th lordship. Alright. I guess I'm gonna call it here. I don't know what in the world I'm gonna do about a freaking 50-minute video that I used to talk about 10 points. Well, I'm gonna figure something out. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.